out to see. We are now in the city of Pahokee. Well, grass and water, they go Toby. There's a picture in the background. I don't know what this is, because this ain't Pahokee. Nah, but on the real though, this is where I grew up at, man. So we're gonna take y'all through the hood. Y'all make sure y'all like it up, subscribe, and we're gonna be lit for the rest of this video. We're gonna take y'all through everywhere I ever grew up in. My neighborhood, my middle school, well, elementary to middle school, high school, football, everything. So y'all stay tuned, man. Get into the kick right now. Growing up in Pahokee was kind of like good and bad in a way, due to like the gun violence and you know, you get the chance to go outside and have fun sometimes, you know, doing this and that, but the trouble is surrounding you wherever you go at. You go to the park, you want to have fun, it's always a fight or a shooting out there or anything. Or you go uptown, that's the worst spot to be at sometimes or whatever. Well, now it's getting better because people are starting to come together and do, you know, have fun without fighting and killing someone or this and that. But yeah, man, growing up over there, I was left without a dad. My dad got killed when I was only 10 months old. I think that affected my life in a big way. It got to a point where I would use him to get out of trouble for a lot of stuff. So I'd be like, oh, I fought for this reason, or I got in trouble for that reason, this reason, that reason. You know, I would always use him as an excuse to get out of trouble and everything. And I noticed if it started to come a path and everything, me trying to grow up and, you know, be like others that was around me, you know, popular and everything. I noticed that was only tearing me down. I was only getting in trouble. I was only, you know, messing up my life, trying to be like somebody else and everything. So I noticed that. I was like, all right, man, I'm getting into too much trouble. I had my mom crying like every other time or whatever. And so one time, as soon as I got out of as soon as I got out of elementary, I got into this big fight. And they tried to make it as if it was gang related, but it really wasn't for real. I was fighting a dude on my own. Like, my other homeboys was gone. They was trying to jump the fence and everything. And they tried to make it as if, like, we jumped on the boy and this and that. No, that was never the case. And then they lied, saying that I drug them around the gym and everything. I mean, I'm like, we outside. Y'all got cameras outside and too. I'm like, why would y'all even say something like that when y'all know it's not the truth for real? So that kind of like messed me up for real. If y'all, I didn't realize that I needed to change my life until after that happened to me. Yeah, his mom wound up pressing charges on me and everything, and she wound up dropping it later on after she found out what really happened. And he started the whole fight. So I'm like, all right, bro, like, nah, I can't let this continue to go on. I literally watched my mom cry like for what, 2 nights or whatever. So I was like, nah. Then she called Coach Rick on me, Coach Rick James. It's the funniest coach I ever met. But nah, like, he's also like a serious disciplinary coach. So like, you could go to him and talk to him about anything. I love that guy. Like, he could get you straight with anything that you need or whatever. He came to the house and talked to me and told me straight up. He'll make my mom, my sisters leave the house and we will fight in the house. Now me being me around that time. In that time I didn't care simply because in that moment I don't know how everybody else felt, but I feel like no one believed me at the time. So I tried my best to not care about what anybody else said or did or whatever in that moment. So I wound up listening to him and everything. They made me do anger management classes. They made me write an apology letter. Everything, basically for nothing, for real. I think that anger management class did help me in a way because it helped me control my feelings and everything. It helped me get through a lot of things actually. But then I started taking football more serious. Now I've been playing football for more than 17 years, y'all. But around that time it was like maybe 7, 8 years or whatever. So I was basically just getting started with the game for real. You know, taking it more serious and everything. I noticed something had to give in order for me to make it in life. And football was that reason. Football, school. I was coming home with 2.0 and probably under or whatever. But after that situation right there, I promised my mom I'd never come home with under a 3.0. And I kept that promise. Got all the way up until 8th grade. Actually, this is where it started at. That's where, I told my mom that I wasn't coming home with nothing under a 3.0. Because I made my first 3.0, all B's. That's good for somebody that, usually getting in trouble, getting kicked out of class, or love going to ISS. If y'all don't know what that is, that in-school suspicion and everything. But, I used to love going there because, the custodian will come down and be like, hey, you gonna come with me or whatever. So, we cleaning it up, doing this and that. I'm like, I enjoy doing that. I don't want to be in class. Nah, but I actually got my life together my last year in middle school, coming into high school. I got to high school, got in a relationship. I got in a relationship the ending, not the ending, but the middle part of my freshman year. And my grades, we used to compete back to back, what you got in this class, what your GPA is, this and that. My mom tell me all the time that's what she loved about that relationship and everything. But now I already had in my mind that I wasn't coming home with under a 3.0 anyway. So my very first GPA was a 3.2. And from there on forward, nothing under there. I graduated high school with a 3.7, but I'm gonna get to that point though. I ain't trying to skip the storyline. So I'm playing football my freshman year. Everything feel good, y'all. I swear, because it got to a point where we was winning almost every game. And I'm practicing, and there's a senior in front of me that's playing. I'm feeling like, hey man, I feel like I should be playing in front of him. Now I have a coach named Coach Dean, Alvin Dean. Shout out to him too, cause he the one who taught me all the roots when it came down to everything that I need to know. Coach Dean, me and him used to almost bump heads every game, man. Until he gave me my chance. He gave me my chance and I got my first tackle. I'm like, hey man, I told you, man, put your trust in me, dog. We gonna win. But nah, though, I was a freshman that was kind of I still had my middle school ways and everything. But I calmed down a whole lot. Cause I'm like, at the end of the day, one day I'm gonna be a senior. And I wouldn't want a freshman or sophomore, junior, or whatever, taking my spot. I had that spot for a week, man. And it felt good. Cause it let me know, all right, Tamara, you working hard, bro. Ain't nobody get this to you. You got out there and you did what you had to do on special teams and everything. Every spot they put you at, you went 100% at it. So that's what I gave myself props for, And I thank God for everything that I got placed in front of, every football, yeah. We wound up going to the state championship that year, y'all. We went to the state championship, went undefeated too, and won. We won the state championship 14-0 season. I'm a freshman, so you know that gotta be lit, y'all.
Touchdown, Pahokee Blue Devils! Number 13, Tyron Arnett!
I wound up getting a little upset afterwards because we had found out that we had an ineligible player on the team. So I'm like, dang, man, like why we couldn't find this out earlier? Because that way it would have affected the beginning of the season, not the whole season or whatever.
Todd, that error leading to a lot of disappointment and frustration from students here at the school to the community. Pahokee State Championship, the first in 8 years, will be stripped from the team after allegations of an ineligible player. The school's principal says there was a data error when entering a transfer student's information into a state system that checks player eligibility. Although it was the student's first year at Pahokee, it wasn't his first on the field.
So we go on to my sophomore year. I won a starting job at defensive end. Playing all year, this and that. I had me and Atari. Y'all done seen him before. He done been on the channel. We had a lot of mistakes that year. To the point where it was like we got a couple sacks that year, but it was supposed to be way more than that. I kid you not. Now, we go to the playoffs and wound up losing to Madison County, and got sent home. Now my junior year, bro, everything about my junior year I loved. Like, that leave me free to go tackle the quarterback, man. Like, so I'm like, hey man, let's get it. I say, hey dog, and he know what he was doing too. He gonna send me over to the other side to my AK. Go over there real quick. Let's see how it is over there, and I'm gonna see how it is over here. Mind you, I'm a strong side defensive end. He on the weak side because he's more faster and he don't come off with power or whatever. It even got so bad I tried to study this man game for real, which was crazy. It wasn't crazy. It was good, but it was crazy because the man literally knew how to time your snap. You would not get a snap off before, he's already in the backfield. So I'm like, bro, what you doing to do that? I started getting a little, like, my stance, like, get low in my stance, work on my pivot foot, everything, how to put power on the front leg and everything. Man, I tried everything in my power to study what this man was doing. But I noticed we were two different defensive ends. First game of the season, man, we played Pahokee League. I was like, yeah, okay, all right, come on. I'm gonna get 5 sacks this game. And how I was like, I was one of the ones that called out my stats the whole year. Got to the point where it was like, hey man, I'm gonna try to get 5 sacks every game, you feel me? It was only like 4 games that I didn't have 5. It'd be like 2, maybe 3, this and that. But then they tried to double team me, knowing that we got 3 other players in the interior. So you got Latari on the end, you got me, you got TK, and they got 2 other players. I forgot who was down there or whatever, but yeah, that D-line was unstoppable. Now, I don't know what happened. We wound up getting in the playoffs. We had a first round bye that year, and yeah. Now, I finished the season with 23.5 sacks. And I'm wondering, I'm like, why am I not getting an offer or whatever, you feel me? Like, it's after season. We done lost to Hawthorne in the second round of playoffs. I'm wondering, I'm like, why am I not getting like scholarships for football, man? I done had a hell of a season, you feel me? And one thing led to another. It was just like, are they being helped for me, or they just not talking to me or whatever? It's just like, yeah. I wound up talking to USF, UCF, Florida, University of Florida, Georgia Bulldogs, Alabama. I was being like recruited by a lot of them, but never really got the scholarship or whatever. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna give up on that jump. Football, I don't know. That's when I started questioning football. Like, is it really for me or whatever? That reverts back to when I said you gotta make it in sport or in school. Now, I knew I was good in school because I'm at a 3.5 at this point, 3.5 and higher. And I got tired of coming down and talking to them coaches. So I'm like, I don't want to talk to them, man. They ain't doing nothing but talking, looking at film. They gonna talk to me. They're gonna try to keep a contact and everything. And that's that. Like, they never said, well, congratulations, you got an offer or whatever. I'm just going in there, wasting my time, like getting out of class, doing this and that. Well, I felt like I was wasting my time. I'm not gonna put that energy out there or whatever. But yeah. So this one day I wound up going home. FIU came to the school. I wound up going home. FIU had Butch Davis as the head coach at the time. Legendary, man. They had just beat Miami Hurricanes. I'm like, yo, this school is lit, man. Yeah, so actually, yeah, that happened my junior year. So they wound up offering me in January 11th. I'll never forget it. They offered me, we were just coming back off spring break. And I wound up getting to the office or whatever. I went home though first. I went home and my cousin Bishop had called me and said, hey, where you at? I said, I'm at home. I just went home. And then come back up to the school. Coach wanted to talk to you or whatever. Now, mind you, I'm already tired of talking to them coaches or whatever because they not giving me an offer or whatever. So I'm like, man, all right, okay. So I get up there. As soon as I walk in the room, coach was like, congratulations, you got an offer. I was looking, I'm like, he playing, right? I'm like, in my head, I'm like, you playing, right? He's like, you not happy? I'm like, yeah. And my mom, I'm like, heck yeah, I'm happy. It's my first scholarship and everything. I'm ready. Let's go. I'll leave this school now and go. Early enroll. But soon as I dropped the offer from FIU, I want to see, Certain Miss came and offered me 2 weeks later. I committed. I got the offer from Certain Miss on January 26th. I committed to FIU on January 28th. From that day on forward, I was locked in with FIU. And yeah. Now, I'm going to get into the other club real soon. I'm going to take a break right now. Y'all make sure y'all keep in touch with what I'm about to say in a little bit. And yeah, that's it.
I grew up in Muck City, where there ain't much to do and even less to look forward to. No movie theaters, no malls, no big-time opportunities. Just football, sugarcane, and dirt roads. Where your options feel limited, but your dreams still big. You either hit the field or you hit the streets. And if you don't do either, people act like you don't exist. I wasn't the loudest growing up. I was the observer. I watched people grind. I watched people give up. I watched people go to jail or get buried too early. It showed me something. If I wanted anything real, I'd have to get it on my own. No handouts, no cosigns. no easy routes, just vision, discipline, and consistency. I turned my city into my canvas, my pain into my brand, my talent into a blueprint. The Muck didn't just raise me, it trained me to move different, to think different, to grind like every day is my last shot. And now I'm living proof. You don't need a rich zip code to have a millionaire mindset. You don't need a perfect path to make progress. You just need heart.
Check out the last video that I just posted. Pahokee played Deerfield Beach, put up 41-6 on them. Blaze, they won their game 35-21. But besides all that, y'all make sure y'all go run it up. But besides all that, before we get into any more content that I post, like vlogs, lifestyle videos, travel videos, everything y'all want to see, I want y'all to get to understand who I am, where I come from, and why I move the way I move. How did I come up with the name Pahokee Cave, everything. So y'all stay tuned for the rest of this video, and then we're gonna keep it lit for the rest of this week. Now I'm planning on dropping this video real soon, and then I'm gonna drop this other video that I'm gonna start today or tomorrow or whatever. Today is Sunday. I'm gonna try to have it out at least by June 1st through the 3rd or whatever, and then try to record more content from now on forward. Y'all make sure y'all drop in the comments what kind of videos y'all want to see. Whether it's pranks, trying out different foods and everything, the worst food versus the best food. Whatever y'all want to see, y'all make sure y'all drop it in the comments below, and I will try my best to do it at my highest potential. So yeah. I don't know about the Marble days. Anyway, we out there playing volleyball, basketball, everything, y'all. We out here playing. Anything, playing football back there.
Down for the ride. Tell me what could make a grown man lay down and cry. Maybe what he thought was real love, he watched die.
Yeah. Y'all, that's why I went to the elementary. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't even know how I look inside no more, for real. I can't go inside, for real. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be up here or not. But, yeah, hold on. We're going to take it back to childhood memories, for real. This is where we used to play basketball at, over here. We used to play over here. Brought us down here on my first year. My first year at this school, I stayed back because I was a bad jit, and that's where it all started at. We left Pioneer Park and moved to Pahokee, and that's when everything began to happen. I started getting into a lot of fights and everything. I wound up graduating here, becoming a safety patrol, everything, y'all. Everything was smooth and good. All the way up until I got to middle school. That's what I'm gonna take y'all at now. We went to the middle school. So y'all, that's the middle school I went to. Everything. Go from there with everything. But this school look different, bro. I ain't been in this school in like I'm 24 right now. About 13, 14 years for real, bro. is my first time going back on that campus for real. Literally. I know one teacher that still work up here. I don't know why she ain't retired yet. She been like since I was legit for real. So yeah. Welcome to my story, man. Y'all already know a part of it for real, but I'm just letting y'all know the full story. Now y'all get to know the real me. Like I said, this story is about, me growing up, where I come from, Y'all just seen how my old elementary look. It don't look nothing the same. One day I'm gonna take a visit and I'm gonna go visit my teacher that's still there. She was the one that helped me become a state trooper. So I don't went to Washington DC there. Got in trouble with my cousin up there in Washington. All on some dumb jump. That tripping that jump. People stay tripping. But yeah, still have to ride that long road going to school, everything. That's that. But yeah, y'all stay tuned for the rest of the video. We're heading to the middle school now. So when we get to the middle school, we're gonna show y'all, that part. When I first got there, and how everything looked then versus now, everything. Some stuff about the middle school ain't changed, like the gym and everything, but majority of everything changed at that school for real. But I'm gonna say that for when we get there. Next clip. We just made it into the middle school, Pahokee Middle School, y'all. This is where I went to middle school at. All 3 of my years. This is where all the trouble started at. Like literally, like every bit of it. I'm a part. So we can get out. But yeah, hold on. I don't even think I'm supposed to be doing. Yes, I can. I can come in here. But I'm a part right there in that shade down here. Yeah, as I can see, we just made it to the middle school. This is where I got into that trouble. Did all 3 of my years here, graduated from middle school here, and went on from there. I just was a trouble child out here. So, if y'all seeing this video, make sure y'all go to school, do what y'all gotta do your work, everything, and yeah. We right here to the high school and middle school, right next to each other. Literally right there. We just left from over here. Now we over here. Turn down this real quick. Yeah, man. Here's where all the fun happened at. Relationships, fun in the classroom, messing with teachers and stuff. My first week of school here, we made our teacher quit. I don't know. first time made the teacher quit. I don't know why. I don't know what was up with us for real, but yeah. This is Pahokee Middle Senior High School. Where I graduated at. Farewell Blue Devil, y'all know what it is. So, and it brings back a lot of memories. And when you think about it, it just, I don't know. Something to think about, y'all. From Blue Devil till I die for real, you feel me? To legendary Inquan Bowden Stadium, home of the Blue Devils, y'all. This is wow. I a lot of legends have walked through and played it on this field. What we just left from is where a lot of players played at. Cause that middle school wasn't always there. The middle school got built right before I got out of elementary. So we finna get out and show y'all what it is, how it is down here, Pahokee football and everything, and go from there with everything. So yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all do what? Y'all like, y'all comment, y'all subscribe, get me the 12 key. We'll be alright. Nah, for real, but y'all give me the 12,000 followers right now. We are at, I checked last night, we are at 11,229 followers. Subscribers, I meant. So, come on, let's get it. So, this is where we used to come out and practice at. Now, if you know, you know. Goes out, but this field right here, this field on Mondays don't hold you nothing. Hey, we used to have to come out here around 40 to 50 hundreds a day. But that kept us in shape the whole year though. So it was like we ran and we didn't like it, but we had no other choice because in fourth quarter we always won. I never got the terminology when I was a freshman because I was such a player that wanted to play a lot. So yeah, we used to have to run up and down this field every time, dog, every time. And then when we mess up in school, we had that type of coach where we got like they gonna discipline you and make you hate them, but at the end of the day, it teaches you not to mess up. You feel me? It teaches you discipline and everything, and you know not to come out here and take it for granted, because you'll never know when it's your last football game. I always tell the young boys out here right now, I say, bruh, don't take none of this for granted, because at the end of the day, you don't know when it's your last time touching the football. You don't know when it's your last time tackling somebody. You do not know when it's your last time scoring a touchdown. You feel me? So get right in school, get right in football, get right in everything you got to do so you can end up in somebody's college for free. This is for free. Like, we talking free education. I went to FIU and then they paid for my whole thing. So if y'all want to end up like that, do exactly, I ain't gonna say do exactly what I did, be better than me. I graduated with a 3.7 from that same high school that I just showed y'all. So if I know I can do it, y'all can do it too. Come on. This is where we played football at. This is what Friday night lights happen at. Muck Bowl, everything, y'all. Muck Bowl happened out here. Where you play against Glade Central. Pretty sure y'all already know about that. They used to paint the middle of the field blue devil on us. So, yeah, man, it's a lot of memories that happened on this field. Got my first couple sacks out here and everything. And, yeah. You boys out here practicing right now, so I try to come out here and school them boys on the game that I learned when I was here, especially the defensive players. Defensive players, I'm always open to teach the knowledge that I know. So yeah, We finna sit out here for a little bit, watch these boys practice. We're gonna get a couple clips in and show y'all what Pahokee football is like. Let's get ready for about 10 seconds. Hey, so this is where they hang up, well, I ain't gonna say hang up, they painted it on the wall, as y'all can see. We went to state championship from 89 all the way up to 2008. 2016 is supposed to be on the wall, but as y'all know, I said in the beginning of the video, that state championship got stripped from us, so it can't be up there. But you're a future Blue Devil, a Blue Devil right now. You got a chance to be legendary and be put up on that wall. So y'all continue to grind. Y'all stay on the hustle and everything, and go from there with it. Alright, this is a legendary wall right here. Most players, well, all these players right here made it to the NFL, but a couple of them. We have legendary Quan Bolden right here. Won the Super Bowl, as y'all see. This is the year that we went to state championship right here. Right here, this the year. We got Antoine, Mr. Florida. Both of these boys won Mr. Florida. That's in Quan Bolden at high school. We got Janaris Jenkins right here. I know you these boys legendary, right, for real. Nah. Here's the my locker right here. This is my locker. They done changed it up and everything, but yeah, that's it. Hey man. Y'all, these stands right here that I'm about to show y'all, legendary, man. Y'all done seen all type of crowds in these stands right here. Muck Bowl. I'm talking about every year we play against Glade Central, we either going over there or we playing here. This stadium right here is legendary, man. I don't care what nobody see. I'm gonna insert a couple clips from the crowd and then we're just gonna go from there with it.
Towards the right, surging inside the 25-yard line as a couple bodies tumble around late. It's about a 3-yard rush there on first down. As we have a stoppage of play this time by the referees. Looks like an injury timeout. Pahokee player down on the field over on the far side. So while we have the chance, we will get. Of course, they're going to play either Chaminade Madonna or Clearwater Central Catholic. Madonna up 28-7 right now. As we have a player limped off the field, and that's going to be a big loss for Pahokee. It's going to be Tamarick Best.
He's had a Super Bowl game here. Let's hope it's not a serious injury here. He is able to put a little bit of weight on that leg.
Yeah, it's a heavy limp over to the sideline. Of course, the FIU commit coming to this ball game with 3 fumble recoveries, a forced fumble, 42 tackles, a 3-star commit with offers from Southern Miss, but he's headed down to the Panthers of FIU, of course, famously now beating Miami this season.
And right after football season, it was pure chaos. Wound up having to stop everything went on spring break, never came back to school because of COVID. And that's how I graduated. Through COVID and everything, no work, because we was already done. I had passed my test and everything. And we graduated online. Y'all, when I tell y'all the only thing I had the chance to do my senior year was play football and go to a homecoming dance. That's it. That's the only thing I got a chance to do. So the mindset that Pahokee gave me for real is no matter what, grind out for what you want to do, and don't let nobody tell you different. For real, it's always you versus you. So that's why I went on to FIU, and I had that mindset of, I gotta make it, I gotta do this. That's why this YouTube jump gotta work. It gotta work. Something gotta give. Y'all go ahead, make sure y'all subscribe and hit that post notification bell. I'm gonna try to drop another video by Sunday or whatever. This video is gonna be out by Saturday. So I'm gonna start working on that other video probably today. Just go and on with it. Y'all just make sure y'all stay tuned and drop in the comments what kind of videos y'all want to see, and I'm gonna do them. Let's get it.
Pahokee's defense snaps to attention and shuts down the Seminole Ridge offense, with Caveman diving on the fumble.
On the ground, supposed to say Pahokee ball.